The Lakers and Nuggets have played two crazy games and just topped off what might be the most exciting finish of this postseason. LA is now down 0-2 and searching for answers again after their heartbreaking loss in Game 2. Denver has won 10 straight games against the Lakers dating back to last season, and even though many figured this outcome would happen again, there's still a few things LA can do to salvage this series. I said in my playoff preview video that every single game in this series will come down to crunch time, and so far I've been right. Let's look at both of these games, what went down in leading to and in the fourth quarters, and what the Lakers can do to extend this series. Entering the fourth in Game 1, the Lakers faced an 11-point deficit and weren't getting much out of their role players. AD and LeBron had 55 points combined at this point, and D'Lo, Reeves, and Rui had 24 points combined on 10 for 26 shooting. To start the fourth, Jokic is on the bench, so the Lakers absolutely need to win these minutes. This regular season, the Nuggets had a negative 8.62 net rating with Jokic off the floor. But the Lakers failed to cut this lead, and by the time Jokic checks back in, it's still an 11-point lead. The first time down the floor to close this game out, you see Brown is guarding Jokic and AD on Aaron Gordon. Denver runs a 1-2 pick and roll, and D'Lo blitzes Murray and Brown is left open. After a rotation, Aaron Gordon is left wide open but misses the three. The Lakers wisely push the ball off the miss, and Taurean Prince finishes the layup, which forces Michael Malone to call a timeout. Then right out of the timeout, the Lakers switch Brown and AD's matchup, and Denver gets right to their bread and butter with the Jokic-Murray pick and roll for the bucket. The Lakers try to get the better matchup switched onto Brown, which they do, but then AD is left with the one-on-one with Jokic, and he attacks straight to his body for the floater. Regardless of what's happened in the past, I have to give AD his flowers for winning his matchup with Jokic nearly every single time he catches the ball, because Denver lived with the Jokic-AD matchup for Game 1 and Davis took advantage. Next possession, LA gives up 2 lazy offensive rebounds and basically gives Jokic 2 free points. Fast forward after an AD free throw, Denver runs a 2-man game with Reeves in the action, and AD's drop coverage leaves Jokic wide open for his first 3 of the game. But Reeves responds by attacking Jokic in the drop and getting deep in the paint for an and one. The Lakers are comfortable scoring so far down the stretch, but stops are hands down priority number 1 and they just weren't getting them. Off an AD block, Jokic has to force up a shot and the Lakers can capitalize off getting a stop, but an ill-advised 3 from D'Lo leads right into an MPJ 3. Jokic and Murray run a DHO, and D'Lo not being able to resist through the screen forces LeBron to help, leaving MPJ wide open. Off that bucket, the Lakers run a horn set, but Jokic reads the play and helps off AD for the steal and gets a breakaway layup. At this point, it's looking bleak for the Lakers, but do they have one last run in them to give themselves a chance? Off a Murray miss, D'Lo screens Jokic to get the switch and then runs an inverted ghost screen type action, but just can't buy a bucket. The Nuggets then isolate Aaron Gordon on Prince, and he makes easy work out of him. At this point, it's looking like LA is going to go down 1-0. In their last efforts, Austin Reeves finally gets a good look to go down and cut it to 9. Their next possession off a stop sums up how this game has gone for them. AD misses a 3, then him and Brown basically take turns missing easy layups, and eventually the ball ends up with Denver. AD stays behind the play, and LeBron then watches Jokic run right in front of him and gets to the rim for a dunk. That virtually ends the game, and the Nuggets once again get past the Lakers by winning the battle in crunch time, setting up for a huge Game 2 that the Lakers need to win to split on the road. Game 2 brought us the most thrilling game so far this postseason. We started with the biggest question heading into the game of whether or not the Lakers would get anything out of their role players. D'Lo quickly put that question to rest as he hit 3 straight threes in the first quarter.
Russell spins off the defense, his 3 is away and good, and a great sign for Los Angeles.
Confidence that has grown, played 81 games this year, the most in his young career.
Russell, back-to-back 3s here by D'Lo here. Good score, double-double by Davis, out to Russell, 3, good, he put it in! It's a 3 and 3 in a row from distance.
And 3 more in the second.
Braun and Brown, 3, Russell, good! He's hit 4 threes. Russell, his 3, oh no! What a display from 3-15 for the Inch. Lead right now for the Lakers at 12. Russell with a 3, good! He
LeBron also set the tone with 2 early defensive plays on Aaron Gordon
For him, a drive, and that's going to be on Gordon of Denver.
and Jamal Murray.
You got to be kidding me, Jamal. And seeing LeBron take a charge the first possession, meet me up top at the summit the second possession. He's setting the tone early for his team defensively.
The Lakers had everything going in the first half, but it feels like if you've seen one Lakers-Nuggets game, then you've seen them all, because midway through the third quarter, you could kind of see that Lakers lead slowly go away and that Nuggets tie turning again. LA got its biggest lead at 20 with 10 minutes to go in the third quarter, but after that, the Nuggets went on a 14-4 run to cut it to 10. It started off with this Jokic-Murray DHO in the corner and a Jokic post-up, but the Lakers introduce a double and Jokic makes the right read, and a few passes later, KCP is fouled on the drive. He makes both free throws, then the Lakers get their last points for the next 6 minutes with this Bron jumper and AD hook shot. Gordon sees a screen coming and forces LeBron to the baseline, and Murray's tag on AD forces the turnover, and the Nuggets leak out for the break.
He's careening off Porter, picked up Jokic, 3-on-2, it's a beautiful pass.
After another Laker miss, they jog back on defense, and Jokic splits right down the lane for the slow step layup. The MVP throws a full court dime, and KCP turns back the clock for the flush to make it a 12-4 run. Then lastly, the Lakers don't elect a double, and Jokic has his way against a shorter defender. Then finally, LeBron forces the help and finds D'Lo in the corner to stop the run. The Nuggets go into the fourth quarter down a reasonable 10 points with all the momentum on their side. This is where all the fun starts, as we once again get to crunch time, where I've said over and over this series will be won and lost at. The Nuggets have now switched Aaron Gordon onto AD and Jokic onto Rui for the fourth, and LeBron tries to draw the switch onto Nikola, but KCP fights through the screen twice and is left one-on-one with James and holds his own to force a turnover. Then the next possession, from this point until the end of the game, Denver made their next 7 shots, which is the longest streak by the Nuggets to end a playoff game in the last 25 postseasons. Out of the timeout to isolate LeBron, they run a 2-man game with AD, and the Nuggets stay home on the screens. Out of the post, Brown attacks a closeout and a double team to step through for the and one. The Nuggets were very comfortable going at Anthony Davis down the stretch. Jokic gets in one-on-one near the nail, and he gets to his spot for the post hook. Next possession, Reeves gets a switch onto Murray, then KCP, and he confidently takes him head on for the tough step back. This truly was a movie. Very next possession, the Murray-Jokic pick and roll is ran, and AD can't switch. Then Jamal snake dribbles through him, then hezzies to the cup. Off the Lakers' missed 3, Jokic again goes right to the mid post and is patient with his footwork to get AD in the air for the and one. He hits the free throw to cut the lead to 1, and off another Lakers missed 3, they attack Reeves in that 1-5 pick and roll, but Murray gets caught in the air and Brown takes off for the dunk. But Denver goes fast off the make, and in my opinion, the biggest play of this fourth quarter, and one that will absolutely get lost in this ending, Jokic tries to draw the foul and throws up a prayer that doesn't get called, and Aaron Gordon somehow saves this ball and finds MPJ, who is stone cold, and knocks down the tying 3. Tie game with a minute left for what could be the biggest swing in the playoffs so far if the Lakers can find a way to win it. D'Angelo Russell, who hasn't shot in 9 minutes, is drawing up a Spain pick and roll, but the timing of the LeBron screen after AD's is kinda messed up, so Russell takes it straight to the rim for the high layup off the glass to go up 2. Denver calls a timeout, and you see now that Ham has put LeBron on Murray to take the mismatch of Austin Reeves off Jamal, which basically gives us a 2-on-2 between the 4 superstars to take game 2. They call a foul on LeBron, and Murray knocks down both free throws to tie the game. The Lakers run that Spain pick and roll again, but this time LeBron has a ball handler, and they get the timing right on the 2 screens, and Brown gets to the hoop for the layup. Then down on the other end, like I said, the Lakers can now switch the screen with Brown and AD, but Murray hits the tough sidestep midi to tie it again. In next play, I've seen a lot of people say LeBron went too early or why settle for a 3, but there is no guarantee that the Lakers can get a better look than this wide open 3 from their best player, so you have to live with the results. He misses, and this sets up for one final shot from the Nuggets' go-to guy in this situation. KCP tries to screen to get Brown to switch, but they eventually switch it with AD, and listen to this magic.
Murray makes a move. Here's Allen. The Nuggets have won.
The The Lakers once again suffer a heartbreak in a game that they very easily could have won, but like I've said, the Nuggets make these plays time and time again down the stretch. But the biggest story for me is how Michael Malone and Aaron Gordon completely took Anthony Davis out of this game. After the adjustment by switching Gordon onto him, Davis shot just one time in the fourth quarter, and the Lakers relied heavily on LeBron seeking KCP one-on-one, and Caldwell Pope held up his end of the deal to help push the Nuggets over the top. In Game 3, I'm sure Denver will stick with this strategy, so Darvin Ham has to make sure Davis is played through the entire game because he's been dominant with the ball in his hands. This is why I think the Lakers are still not out of this series yet. Down 0-2 against this good of a team is hard to overcome, but they're going back home, and if they can get over the mental part of this last loss, they still have a chance. I'm excited to watch how this series plays out. Be on the lookout for more series breakdowns from me, and I'll see y'all soon. Peace.